Hello guys, CS Cuber here, and today I have decided to do a how to be sub 20 tutorial, because this is a barrier that I had I think about 2 years ago, and I came over it during the summer with lots of practice, and yeah, so I'm going to show you how I did it, and hopefully this will be helpful and teach you how to become sub 20. So, let's get into it. So first what you want to do is basically, so you're probably using like intermediate Friedrich method, so you probably want to, yeah, so that's what you want to use. I'd recommend learning Tuluk OLL. You don't need full OLL to be sub 20, but that's what I did. I decided to learn it then. And you should have at least a full PLL, because I mean it's just 21 algorithms. So basically what I have found out is that when I'm solving, and you've probably heard this in other videos if this isn't the first time you're watching something, but what you really want to do is I recommend really looking ahead. Like, I can even sometimes be above, I have like a 19-second average, and I average usually like 13, and because it's like a really bad average for me, and the reason is because A, I'm either going too fast, and B, I'm not looking ahead. So the solution to this is actually just turn slow and really plan your cross out well. So I'll do two like example solves here. So I'll do one that's fast and choppy, and then I'll do a slow one. Okay, so here are the two scrambles, and I'll first do fast and choppy first, and then I'll do slow and steady. Okay, this is a nice cross, and if you're wondering, these cubes are both, this is Along V1 and Along V2. So this is fast and choppy, and look at the difference. I'll go over it in more in depth. Yeah, it was just like, okay, we'll go with 18, but it was somewhere around 17. Okay, so that was fast and choppy. Now, let's do the second solve. Okay, I'll just have to mess with that. Okay. Now this is slow and steady and efficient. You'll see the difference. It's quite impressive. 3, 2, 1. Okay, not much of a difference, but you can clearly see, these aren't two of my best solves, but you basically get the point that if you turn slow and choppy, slow and not choppy, you obviously are way better off than turning like fast and choppy, or slow and steady and not going fast and choppy. Now you may look at like Felix Zemdegs, Matt Vox, and all those other like pro cubers, and you see that they go pretty fast. But I assure you that when they were like going for sub 20 and stuff like that, they still had to, I'm pretty sure they went slow and steady. But gradually over time, when you go slow and steady, your times will decrease, and it sounds like opposite what you should do, because I mean, the fast and choppy that you turn, the shorter your solve should be, because you're moving really quickly. But no, that is incorrect, because when you turn fast and choppy, like for instance in like F2O or something, you'll find yourself actually doing a whole lot more pauses, which is a waste of time, and you'll find yourself probably wasting like 5 seconds of just looking around when you could have used that time probably like, I don't know, doing OLL or something. So like, see here, I can be like there really fast, and then I can't even like spot a pair. There. Okay, that was my OLL. And then I had a nice PLL. That took like that was F2O. Excuse me, I'm like off today. So that was F2O and it took like 9 seconds. Now, let's mix up my F2O again and let's go slow. I guarantee you, so sometimes I find myself going way too fast and then my time starts sucking, so I just decide to just take a deep breath, slow down, and then my times start getting more what they're supposed to be. So let's do a nice F2O. This is at a slow pace though. Okay, 8 seconds. These aren't much of a difference, but you basically get the point that. And you'll start to see it in your own solve. So if you're averaging like 25, so let me do a solve that would look somewhat like 25. I'll try to look OLL, and you should already know your PLLs. So, okay, let's do one. So, there, Okay, that's the solve, okay? So clearly that you saw that. In fact, I actually slowed down on OLL and PLL. I was actually, if I stayed at that pace, I would have gotten like a 14-15 second solve. So the trick is, so learning the advantage of learning full OLL is basically that when you get done with your F2L and you know your OLLs and PLLs, which you should, you can go full speed again. Because, I mean, what's the point of executing an OLL at a slow pace when you know it right off the bat and exactly what you're doing? And then get to the next part, which is PLL, and then do that in like a few seconds, instead of wasting time. The only reason you do slow for the other parts is because it's not like an algorithm or something. You actually have to think about what you're doing. So these, like, triggers, like OLL triggers, you just trigger in your mind and then you go like, shh. So, here's some statistics. So basically, an average solve is probably like 60 moves if you use CFOP. Now, to reduce your, so let's think about it this way. You solve your cube, and cross probably takes like 60 moves? Yeah, cross probably takes like 8 at least, at most. 8, then F12 is probably going to take some time. But basically my point is that you can still average sub 20, yeah, with like a 5-second cross, and actually your TPS, yeah, your turns per second. Yeah, so this is like, that's like your turning speed, so turns per second. So basically you don't have to be fast at all. You can actually average sub 20 with like 2 TPS. I'm not even kidding, it's not even funny. So 2 TPS would be like something like this, so there. And you can still get a sub 20 time doing that. And I promise, let me do one. Okay, let's do one. So super slow turning. But then once I'm done with crossing F2L, then I'll go full speed again. And I'll get a sub 20 solves, you'll see. So here. Okay, 18 second solve. I turned really slow during F2L. Keep that in mind. I turned really slow in F2L. You clearly saw I was just going like. Now also the advantage of going slow is that you get time to look ahead and see what you're doing. So you can actually plan out what you're doing quite smoothly. And I find this quite efficient. So basically, let's just go over what I just covered in this video. So you want to slow down your turning speed. That's the secret. That's the secret. It's out there. Use it to your advantage. Become sub 20, then go for sub 15. I'll create a video on that sometime if I have time for that. Being sub 15. So basically, just reduce your turning speed. Don't be like just going like super fast at it, expecting that, oh wow, because then once you're done with that pair, I mean, you're turning way too fast for your eyes to track, unless you're like those pro cubers who see everything with one glance, and then you're like left at a place where, oh my god, where's the next pair? And then you waste like 3 seconds looking for the next pair, and then you're like, oh okay, and then you do that one. It's a waste of time. Generally, what I'm trying to say is turn slow, and when you turn slow, don't make any pauses, because, yeah, that's the secret. So when you're turning slow, don't make pauses. Make sure that your look ahead is strong. So, I mean, like, this is like really easy, but anyways, you get my point. So, if I'm turning slow, I'll be like, okay, that goes in there, and then I'll probably be like, okay, that goes in there. But if I was fast or something, I should really solve that case, but if I was going fast or something, I'd only see like this back pair belongs here. So yeah, I'd probably go like, I can go like that. Yeah, so there, then look around, oh god, there's a piece, and then insert it like that. So basically, I'm gonna reinforce this, turn slow, and no pauses from cross to F12. Use your look ahead time so that you can even like spot a pair, because you can still turn slow like this, probably like 3 or 4 TPS, and get an 8-second solve. 8-second solve, knowing OLL and PLL, and now keep in mind that you don't actually need to know full OLL to be like sub 20, because I mean, for example, Just Keep Cubing, awesome channel, go check her out. I'll probably put a link in the description. She's a girl cuber, and she's like finishing learning OLLs, and she's been sub 20 for quite a good deal of time, and without it. So you basically want to have a really solid 2-look OLL if you're not going to plan on learning full OLL at any time soon. So with that said, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I hope this was a help to you, and tell me in the comments if this was helpful and that you're becoming sub 20. Thank you, bye.